Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're continuing with our House Darklyn series. Now I did forward a little bit of time, well quite a bit of time, as we was massively in debt and we can't really press any claims or do much at the minute. We still can't do much for a little while, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure there's going to be little things and bits and bobs that we can do. We can continue getting those claims before we move on as King Glendon, who's almost 30 now, so we'll be getting that middle-aged portrait soon. A couple of things have happened as we forwarded along. The curse of House Durrandon seems to be continuing, as we already have the Durrandons of the Stormland, the Durrandons of the Reach, and now for some reason we have the Durrandons of the Rock, with 0-year-old King Malden of the Rock. His mother is a Lannister. Okay, so that's how that's happened then. Okay, and his father is Prince Malden of the Stormlands, who owns the Reach. Oh my god, it's just a complete and utter mess with all these young Durrandon kings, and also they obviously own Yeetie as well, so I ain't got a clue what's going on with House Durrandon. It is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see if we can find some claimants for Casterly Rock. Lordship of Casterly Rock, claimants, there's loads and loads of Lannisters about. Here we have a Tyler Lannister, treasurer of Fang Tower. Let's invite him to court. We could make use of getting some Lannisters in our court. We've got Tymond Lannister as well. Let's invite him to our court. That's 2 Lannisters. Is there any gardeners hanging about that we could bring in to our court as well, and we can make use of that? There's 2 gardener women, and that's it. So maybe the gardeners on the male line have about died out, so that's interesting. There are the 2 princesses of the Reach, neither of whom are interested in coming to our court. And another one I want to check in the Eyrie, claimants for the Mountain and Vale. Oh yes, there's loads of Arryns, but we have Edric Arryn, who's got no eyeballs, ouch, and he's also a eunuch. So there's not much point in inviting him to court, but he does have 2 brothers. Oh, and they're not Arryns. Okay, so yeah, the Arryns on the male line are pretty much screwed. There's a couple about, but none that are interested in joining our court, other than the blinded eunuch. So yeah, there's not much point even bothering inviting him to court. So yeah, let's unpause. We'll carry on forwarding along. We do have all those claims on the Stormlands, but we can't do anything about it at present until that truce ends, which we've still got a couple of years on, unfortunately, which is very annoying. Who is he currently at war with? He's defending against Lord Robert of Crow's Nest, and also Lord of Silverhall in claim of the Stormlands. Interesting. To the glorious King Glendon, blessed on you and your house, I've accepted your invitation. Perfect. And he does have a son as well, Tywald Lannister, who is a hunchback and a squire. That does remind me as well of somebody else who joined our court. He asked to join from CK2, so we took him in because he was actually really impressive. So let's see if we can find him. He should be in here somewhere. Mallister. There we go. Rhaegar Mallister with his scarred face, a skilled fighter, cavalry leader, and a skilled commander. Really decent. So when he offered to join, I snapped him up straight away. He's not in the direct line of the Mallisters, which is interesting. We can arrange a marriage with him. He's unmarried. Have we got anyone that we could marry to him? Have we got any Darklyns, perhaps? Doesn't look like we have. What about if we arrange a betrothal? Have we got our sisters? We do have Freya, our half-sister, Princess of the Dustlands. Let's promise her to him. Let's bring Mallister and Darklyn close together. I still don't think we've got a match for our son. Oh, no, we did. We are marrying him to the Tully of Riverrun, aren't we? So that's a pretty good match. Peace be with you. I accept your gracious invitation. Sir Tymond Lannister, who has a son, Damien Lannister, a poor fighter at the age of 8. Let's get him a better guardian. Oh, we should have... No, damn it, we should have arranged a betrothal between him and our sister. That would have made more sense, and then we could have pressed his claim upon the Westerlands at some point. Damn it. Never mind. We probably will be able to do something with that a little bit later on. Let's assign a better guardian to you then. Let's take you on ourselves if we can. Yes, we can. Glendon, king. Perfect. Yeah, and we could probably maybe try and press your claim upon the Westerlands. Hopefully we can get ourselves a daughter, so that we could marry you to her. We do have our other half. Oh, she's fair. So Princess Freya of the Dustlands already betrothed. Can we break the betrothal? we can. Let's do that instead then. Sorry, and let's arrange a betrothal between you and... Let's go back to our court. Where are you? Our wards, Daemon Lannister. Arrange a betrothal between you and Freya. There we go. Perfect. Send. And we will also take Daemon on as a squire. I do apologise, Sir Mallister, but that is a much, much better one from our point of view. Let's see if we can find you a better marriage pact. That's lowered your opinion of us, but that's fine. Trusting. Okay. Oh, he's cruel. Let's have a look. We've got to have someone in our court that we can marry you to. Surely, let's arrange a marriage. Let's have a look who we've got. Oh no, not really. We haven't got a great amount actually, have we? Arrange a betrothal. We only had our sister by the looks of it. Let's see if we look on here. Let's have a look what we can find you. Someone of high rank. Someone with decent stats maybe. You're quite old. A reach woman with 20 diplomacy. Wow. Martial, we could mix those martial traits together. There's not really anyone there. Stewardship, maybe. No. Intrigue. Learning. Let's go back for that diplomacy girl, the reach girl. She was pretty decent. Yes, let's marry you to her. And awesome. All those people have arrived at our court. It's a shame that we can't attack the Stormlands. We would be able to attack the Rock again now, though, but I don't think there's much that we can do. Oh, no, we can go for a de jure claim on Byford. And a de jure claim on Mossborough, and a de jure claim on Stony. Sept. Now that we've got the Durandam King there, we could try and press some claims. Let's see which is the best province out of these. So Stony, Sept, we have Lord EU. Interesting. And that's a 4 province holding. What was the other one? Mossborough, which is a 3, and Byford. Okay, so we're going to want to go for Stony, Sept out of all those. That is by far the superior option. It's a shame that we can't go for pressing all of those claims, so let's go for a de jure claim on Stony, Sept. And how much manpower have you got for 11,000? Yes, definitely. An easy victory. De jure claim on the Stony Sept. Send. The Dusklands is at a state of war. We should send ravens to the Great Lords, rallying them to the Crown's defence. Let's call up our bannermen. We've got a hell of a lot of power now, as we know. Oh, we've got to be careful of that army there. We don't want to bump into those. Let's get all of you in and around the Dusklands to merge in the Dusklands. You as well from up there. We'll get you to meet up at the God's Fort along with all of the River Lords, actually, not you. And we need a ship to bring over our islanders. Let's embark the army. Sail to Duskendale. Perfect. Got a small army down there, but we'll be able to bring those up slowly. Removing Lord Hostin Green from the council has angered those in your court who supported his membership. When did I remove him from my court? I don't remember doing that. Oh wow, he's a lunatic, possessed, and has gonorrhea. I'm glad that he's not on our court anymore. We didn't remove him then. He must have removed himself. We have Sour Darkwing, who would make a decent Master of Whisperers, but I'm going to go for Lord Piper, just because he's the Lord. We'll keep him on side. I don't care what they think. Let's get you to sabotage the economy of the Stormlands. Let's keep them nice and weak for when our truce finally does end. To the Magnificent King Glendon, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. Accept your suggestion that Sir Rhaegar and Orane get married. Perfect. That is good. That is very good. Right, let's get these troops together quick. The Dusklands are at state of what? Yes, I already know. Let's disband the fleet. We don't need you anymore. We can get rid of you. So, yeah, we'll get our troops together. Rhaenet are not taking part again. Lord Green really despises us, but he is a possessed lunatic, so I don't really care. Hopefully he'll die soon. And this High Lordship of Sarsfield is not getting involved. And, yes, that was a law-worshipping family, wasn't it? Which is interesting. The Rock should be pretty weak. I can't believe that you've got Durandams owning 3 of the Kingdom. Why don't they come together? They would have an almighty kingdom. I'm glad that they haven't, because that would damage the Dusklands. That would be very risky for us. So it shouldn't take us too long to merge these armies together, hopefully. We haven't managed to expand and take any new land fairly recently, so unfortunately I've not been able to use any of those custom houses that you guys have suggested over the last few episodes. I will be bulk recording again as well with this series, all being well. I have had a lot of trouble lately with my editor, and I've got no idea what. Oh god, they're going to attack us. That's very annoying. Why? We're not even at war with you. Well, let's just disband those 1,000 men then, rather than get them slaughtered. We can easily call back up on them when that army moves on. And are they going to try and take that land? That is really, really annoying. Let's have a look. Yes, the Westerlands are trying to take that land. Okay, that's really annoying, but hopefully that young Durandon king isn't around for too long. Lord Willis of Acorn's Ridge used to favour Lord Ryman. Who is his heir, actually? Is his heir a Lannister? Yes, his mom. So at least it'd go back to the Lannisters, but she's still married to a Durandon. So that's a shame. Right, we've got 13,000 men here now. Let's merge those together. And we'll march down this way through King's Landing to the Bramsport, just so we can take out that small host there. 16,000 men here now. Let's march those onto the Stony Sept, while the others march their way south from Seagard. It's 3,000 there. I'm getting very confused with all these Durandons everywhere. I'm looking for the Lannister sigil, and there's just stags everywhere. Stags for days. Right, let's continue our march southward. The Wild Dragon Sornax is known to attack smaller dragons, and it's important that he recently emerged from his lair near North. North? What? Why are we even hearing stories about North? What the hell do we care about North? Right, yeah, 16,000 march onto Stony Sept. Let's get Lord Walder Malister, Mothor Rygar, and Duncan Orion in charge of that host. And then in charge of this host we have ourselves. We'll have Rygar Malister, and who else have we got? Let's go for Loft Farman. We get on fairly well with him. Right, 1,600 men here. We'll wait for the stragglers to arrive, those 98 men. They'll hopefully make a difference. Every man counts, of course. We're still making an insane amount of money, which is awesome. I love how prosperous the Dustlands are. It's great that we're getting all that trade. These lands should hopefully fall pretty quick, although a lot of them tend to be pretty well defended. This is oh no, there's only 1,000 defenders in Stony Sept. That's not too bad. Let's march these another 1,700 down to Mossborough. Now that they've marched away as well, we can call up all of those men that were left behind, and we'll march those on to the Bramsfort to join that host. And yeah, we'll keep these 2,000 men separate for now. What war is going on up here again? Stilfen. Have we already commanded you to end the war? Apparently we haven't, so we will do that. Your Grace, of course, I will obey your will and end this war. Perfect. We don't want any inner conflicts if we can avoid it. Oh wow, 13,000 Durandon men there, so we need to be careful of those. So yeah, we want to, let's send you instead to the Bramsfort then, just so we've got two huge forces, which are both too big for that host to try and oppose. We'll forward along so that we can get those to get there quickly. Lord Willis of Acorn's Ridge used a favour on Lord Kyle of Riverrun to force him to join all their factions. There isn't any factions against us, is there? Independents. Lord Arwood for the Dustlands. Okay, he's trying to get himself for the Dustlands. Interesting. Crown Loyalist, House Bracken, and Lord Ronald Boggs. Awesome. Who is our friend. Lower Crown Authority, and Prince Amos for the Dustlands, our half-brother, who is unmarried. Let's have a look. Have we got anyone of interest? Is there any Royces in the Vale? Actually does have sisters. Well, children, sorry. She's not the heir. Can we arrange a betrothal between her and Amos Darklyn? No. She's not willing to go for that. Okay. Let's go back to you. Okay, so there's no other Royces that we could make use of there, unfortunately. What about the North? What are the North up to these days? I don't think they'd go for it just because of the religious differences, and there is no female Starks. We've already got those Lannisters. There's not much. Everywhere else is freaking Durandon everywhere. Ironwood, maybe? Maybe we could do something with the Ironwoods. They do have a daughter. She's 0 years old. Does have a sibling. Oh, Jourdain. Not the Ironwoods. Sorry. I'm being completely blind. The Jourdains now own Dawn. Well, Red March. Most of Dawn. Which is interesting. Right, we won't do anything with him yet, but we do need to find him a match, possibly. Okay, we've got one child lacking education focus, who is Amos Darklyn. He's diligent. He's got 8 stewardship, 7 intrigue, 5 diplomacy. Okay, he's pretty good. Let's go for the stewardship education, though. Let's assign him a guardian. Who have we got who's really good at stewardship? Tyler Lannister, of course, is a Lannister. And ourselves, we're very good at martial and stewardship and learning. King Glendon's not bad, is he, actually, to be fair, when you properly sit back and think about it. I get used to all the crazy, amazing characters that we do have in the Knights of Andalia, and it throws me off when I return to normal series. Your acquaintance, Lord Andrew Greenfield, has returned from the Battle of Stony Sept alive, but has suffered very gruesome injuries. at the hands of Lord Duncan Orion, which is awesome considering he's only got one hand. He's still a beast of a man, which is awesome. Oh, we're just going to win this battle, thankfully. And we were close to winning that siege, so that's good. We've got too many men here now. Let's merge together, and then we can split in half now that we know we've won that battle up north, so we can march half of them onto Byford instead. Yeah, we've won this battle. That's good. That's great. None of our commanders broke, which is awesome, whereas all 3 of theirs did break. Did look like they were going to come back a little bit at one time. It looked a bit squeaky bum time, but we're okay. Elston was captured in the battle and is now your prisoner. He's no one of importance, unfortunately, so we're not going to do much with him. And the Siege of Greystone Holdfast has ended. Awesome. Perfect. That puts us on 41%. We'll take the rest of Stony Sept before we do decide to march on elsewhere. How long till these stragglers are going to arrive? Yeah, 7,000. Then we'll have around 8,000-9,000 here. How well defended is Byford? Not that well defended. That's good. Shouldn't take too long to take it. My prisoner is complaining about his dark cell. Can we ransom you at all? No, you've got no coin. No coin at all. You're not very good at anything either. We'll be merciful. We could lower diplomacy though. No, we'll let you rot. We could always... We'll castrate human... Oh, wow, we got the cruel trait then. Yes, we do have the cruel trait. I don't know. I don't know. Well, we could do something cruel, considering that we can do something cruel. But can we not just send him to the Night's Watch instead? I'd rather do that. We'll just ignore it for now. Maybe he'll get some gold from somewhere at some point, and we'll be able to ransom him. Not that we're in any need of gold. We've got a ridiculous amount of gold, as we already know. There we go, 9,000 led by ourselves. We need someone leading this. Oh, we have Cletus leading it. Yeah, Cletus. You lead that, Cletus, whoever you are. Nearly at 200 gold. Still waiting for that Valyrian steel thing to fire up. It very rarely does. It's very annoying. How much is this defended by? Oh, 69. An easy assault then. Perfect. Let's go for that. Perfect. Let's march you on to Mossborough then, because hopefully we'll go the opposite way. Yes, perfect. Your flagship, the Dusk, has given years of good service to the Dusklands fleet, but is now aging. It must either be retired or restored at a substantial cost to the treasury. At the time is to retire her. How much would it cost us? 115 gold? Yeah, we'll pay that. We've got the money. We don't want to lose our flagship. It was a very impressive flagship made by the first Darklyn king. And perfect, the second province of Stony Sept is about to fall, leaving only the Sept to take after that. There we go, the siege of the Stony Sept itself. And the next one's easy to take, 151 for the siege of Stony. Perfect. Let's now march on to... Let's march on to Peckledon. Peckledon? Yes, Peckledon. As we're already taking Byford, and we're about to march on to Mossborough, so... Yes, easy. Easy peasy. This war shouldn't be too much hassle at all, to be honest. We've pretty much got it under wraps already. We'll wait for our armies to march there. I don't know where that Durandon host has. You'd think that they'd have alliances with the Reach and the Stormlands, and the 3 of them would help each other out, but it doesn't seem to be the case. How well defended is this? Wow, Peckledon is very well defended. Oh, and there goes the Durandon host. Let's try and cut them off up in Pink Maiden. Lord Ryman Selford has been a leal and able servant. He has indeed. He has been very, very good, so we will arrange a reward. Yes, definitely. Yeah, let's try and chase off this Durandon host. How well defended is Mossborough? Wow, very well defended. Well, Byford's about to fall any second now, so that's fine. So we can try and check out how well defended Payne Hall is. Probably pretty well, I'd imagine, considering how well defended all the other provinces around this area are. Perfect, yes, we're going to meet the Durandon host in Pink Maiden. We've almost got double the size. They're not going to be able to get away, which is perfect. We're going to trap them there. There's no advantages or disadvantages either, so it should be a pretty straightforward victory. Yes, very, very straightforward, which will hopefully give us a huge amount of war score that we need as well. And be sure as well, guys, to keep your eye out for the Succession series, which will be coming any day this week. It shouldn't have been out by the time I upload this episode, I don't think, though. Sir Oris Lingrave was captured in battle and is now my prisoner. Ransom for 10 gold. Yeah, we'll take the gold. Perfect. And we're at 99%, which is perfect. Right, so hopefully when we assault Byford in 0 days, that should give us 100%. Yes, there we go. Perfect. At least it was an easy war. Very few casualties. We unfortunately haven't gained a lot from it. Malden is a Stormlander king. Malden is currently considering a ransom prison. Oh, because we're actually ransoming the prisoner to him, which is annoying. But he's going to accept. Yes, he's accepted. Perfect. We'll be merciful. Let's now offer peace. Enforce demands. Send. Stony Sept belongs to us, but there still looks like there's Durandon stuff. Oh no, the Durandon stuff has now left. Stay in Pink Maiden. Oh, you're going to have to march off. That's fucking annoying. March to Ataranta. March to the Great Fork. Then we can disband our hosts. Stony Sept. What is the actual de jure region for Stony Sept? Because I always get confused. If we look on the de jure high lordships. Ah, it's part of Acorn's Ridge. Okay, so we need to transfer the vassalage of Stony Sept over to Lord Piper. Send, and we've actually got a house there, haven't we, in House U, which is interesting that we've got them there, so we will leave them there. There's no point removing them if they're a cannon house. I don't like to do that. I think everyone else is okay. De jure wise, do these actually have the High Lordship then of Riverrun? Yes, they do. Interesting. Okay, so it's bigger than it should be. To normal, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm just being stupid. I don't think though I have transferred the vassalages to you, which is probably why your opinion of us is not great. So let's transfer the vassalage of Lord Boggs of Turnbridge, and let's transfer the vassalage of Lord Ralph Putin of Connacht, and we also need to transfer the vassalage of the other Tully Lord as well, Kyle Tully of Riverrun. Send. There we go. That should have changed your opinion of us hugely, which it has a little bit, but better than nothing. There's probably a few of these I do need to sort out. Then again, looking at the rest, they don't seem too bad. But I don't think either of the Lords in Shoreham or Butterwell have created the High Lordship. No, they've not. So I think other than that, most of it's pretty tidy until we actually create the Lordship of Blackwater Bay and Blackwater Rush. Okay, but we will end this episode here, guys. So thank you all so much for watching, as always. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and comment down below, and check out the Succession series when it does pop up. I really hope you do enjoy it. It's going to be a nice send-off to CK2 before CK3 comes out in a few weeks' time.